Okay, so if you've been watching these videos, consider this like the end game of the movies you should watch right now, Saga. Um, because this is the final part for now. I might do more later down the line once I see more movies. I have a whole watch list of movies that I still gotta see. Um, but for now, this is the final part. So at the end, I will give you all 50 movies. But for now, let's kick it off. Also, some of these are more well known. Like, if there was one of these videos that you're more likely to have seen all of the movies, it's this one. Because these are more well known. There's only one or two you might not have seen, but odds are, if you're like a movie buff like me, you might have seen all these. I'm sorry. But let's kick it off with our number 10. Of course I forgot to say something that will make this harder to edit later. One, this video will have nothing to do with The Simpsons. I just wanted to include these new action figures I got in the set. Two, stick around to the end of the video because I am going to talk about 2 TV shows. And 3, I put new stuff on the wall. There's stuff on the wall. Do you guys like it? I'm kind of mixed about this one. It's supposed to be Godzilla, but it doesn't translate well. I might just do that again. I'm not sure. Alright, let's get into the stupid ranking. So, I know this is kind of like a super beloved movie, but I don't really care that much. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish in 2022. Odds are you've seen it, but I was really struggling to fill out all 10 movies in this video. But if you haven't seen it somehow, it's absolutely fantastic, and you should 100% watch it right now. Our next movie is known as The Tomorrow War. I know some people have this gripes with these movies. People have gripes with this movie, and I get it. It's not like a perfect movie, but it's pretty cool. Basically, these people from the future are in like a war with aliens, and they're getting absolutely crushed. So they send some people back in time to recruit people from the past so they can help out and in the future and fight the war. This movie is just cool. It's a good concept. It's not perfect, but it's solid and enjoyable, and I think it's worth your time. Next up, we have some more sci-fi horror. Again, it's a franchise movie, so you're more likely to have seen it. But it's Prey. It's just a straightforward sci-fi horror movie in the Predator universe. And it's a welcome addition to the franchise. This has some more actually scary scenes. I mean, like, I know now horror is subjective, and I wasn't really scared of the Predator, like the original movie. It's just not that scary. But there's some actually pretty horrifying scenes. You can see it on screen now. There's like this 500-pound grizzly bear that's about to kill her, and then it just gets picked up picked up by the predator. And you just see like the blood trickle onto the invisible predator. It's awesome. I mean, it's just a really cool scene in a pretty cool movie. I don't think it's as good as Alien Romulus, which we talked about in a previous episode, but it's a decent movie. This movie, I am surprised I haven't talked about yet, because it is 10 Cloverfield Lane. So I think this is a very good movie. I don't know why I didn't talk about this sooner, because, I mean, it's a great one, really. So it's about this girl who wakes up in a bunker, and supposedly it's the end of the world. You can see there's some weird stuff going on. Just strange things start to happen. You don't know who to trust. What's going on. This trailer is revealing too much. But it's just a really cool, suspenseful movie. It changes every time you think about it, like from each character's perspective. It's really cool. Um, Check it out, definitely. I would recommend this. I haven't seen the third movie, but I can't imagine it's very good. Now, this one you might have seen because nobody would shut up about it last year. This is Longlegs. I just recently watched this. It's actually really cool, guys. A lot of people found flaws in this movie, but I really don't know where. It's a solid, like, unsettling horror movie. I wouldn't say it's horrifying. A lot of the marketing was making it out to be like the scariest movie since The Exorcist. It's not, but is a solid, creepy movie. And, like, Nicolas Cage is scary as is. So to then put him in a horror movie, it's just a little bit unsettling. There are these long tracking shots. It's framed in a certain way. It's pretty cool. I would recommend Longlegs. It's not even the scariest movie that I've recommended to you guys, but it is a solid horror movie. So this one, again, it's greater odds that you've seen it. It's Gladiator 2, released in November. It's a solid popcorn movie. It's not peak cinema. Some people would call it a Taco Bell movie. It's not really that deep. There's pretty much no point. And that sounds harsh, but it's actually a good thing. Because it's just entertainment. There's nothing really beyond it. And some people are expecting more, but it's just entertainment. It's solid, it's fun, but there's nothing like that elevates it to the next level. Um, I mean, it's a decent action movie. There's some good kills, I guess. I know people usually say that about a horror movie, but I don't know, for a movie about gladiators, I feel like it's warranted. This movie really makes you feel like you're a Roman emperor watching the gladiators fight. Though ridiculous, it's pretty cool. And hey, it's decent enough that I put it on the wall. This next one is just pretty idiotically stupid. It's awesome. This is Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It's basically a parody of all of those, like, biopic movies. It parodies those perfectly. And it's very funny. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I kind of forgot it existed, although how could you, because Roku has been advertising it since it came out. And a Roku original doesn't sound very good. It sounds like it'd be a cheap, low budget garbage, but I'm happy to report that it is not. For this next one, I actually need to adjust the lighting real quick. Okay, hang on. Just bear with me. Alright, now I can properly talk about this movie because it is I Saw the TV Glow. If you saw the movie or are going to see the movie, you'll get it eventually. It's the pink opaque. Get it? Alright, so I think this was a decent movie. Just because I didn't experience the same things that the characters experienced and like this is an allegory for. I feel like I can't fully speak to the movie. It didn't fully resonate with me because I've never been in that situation. But even then, I can appreciate it is very well made. And maybe it's not for me. I can at least appreciate it's well made. But maybe it is for you. It's one of those things where it's not going to be good for one person, but it's going to be good for another person. You're either going to, like, hate it, be, like, in the middle of the road, like respecting it but not really like loving it like me, or you're gonna be on the opposite of the spectrum where you just love this movie. I'm kind of in the middle, like I just said. Like it's a fine movie. I appreciate how well made it is, but it's not really for me. But maybe it is for you, and that is the epitome of the movie suggestions, because it's more than just I liked this, so maybe you will. This can also be I didn't really like this, but I feel like maybe you would. So, for that, I would recommend I Saw the TV Glow. So, our next, second to last movie, I guess, is The Batman. Now, you might be saying, oh my god, how are you talking about this in a movie suggestions, where at the beginning of this series you said you want to do lesser known movies? Alright, buddy. Can you recommend 50 movies that aren't like franchise movies? Also, I kind of thought of a couple more movies, but the Batman was already in the set, so. Oops. Well, oh no, that's so sad. I get to talk about my favorite Batman movie. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think I like the Batman more than the Dark Knight. I don't know if that's a hot take, but it's true. I actually like this movie more than the Dark Knight. I'm not afraid to say it. It is my number one Batman movie. It might even be the number one DC movie. I mean, what else did they even have? Like Superman 4, The Quest for Peace? Roasting DC aside, if you somehow haven't seen this movie, I can't recommend it enough. Our final movie is Interstellar. You know, I knew this movie was beloved. Like, everybody seems to love this movie. But I didn't know how good this was. This is amazing. When I saw it, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't know it would be that good. God damn! I know some of this stuff gets more ridiculous during the end, but even then, like, theoretically, this movie is plausible. Not probable, but maybe it could happen. And that's what's crazy. How close to reality Nolan keeps it. You know, you've probably heard so many people preach about this movie, so I'm not going to go on and on and on. But just know, this is a great movie, and you should watch it. So earlier, did I kind of say, yeah, this is the last one? Yeah. Did I probably put it in the title? Probably. Am I kind of thinking of movies for the next part? Maybe. But for now, here is the highlight reel of all 50 movies. Well, it's not the highlight reel because it's going to show all of them. I'm not going to talk during them. I'm just going to say the name and then move on. But for now, it's been fun recommending movies. I'll probably come back someday, but I gotta watch more to recommend more. So, for now, so long, everyone. Well, I'll still make content. It's not like I'm quitting. It's just play the goddamn reel. Here is all 50 movies. Longlegs, I Saw the TV Glow, Young Frankenstein, Upgrade, Trap, Totally Killer, The Tomorrow War, The Prestige, The Illusionist, The Crow, The Butterfly Effect, Thanksgiving, Speak No Evil, Source Code, Shutter Island, Searching, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Real Steel, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, Prisoners, Prey, Pandorum,
No One Will Save You, Memento, Missing, Minority Report, Life, Craven the Hunter, ironically, Knock at the Cabin, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Jacob's Ladder, ISS, Identity, Happy Death Day, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, Escape from Alcatraz, Live, Die, Repeat / Edge of Tomorrow, Dream Scenario, District 9, Cloverfield, Catch Me If You Can, Caddo Lake, Bullet Train, Annihilation, Alien Romulus, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and The Batman, apparently. Oh, and Gladiator 2, and Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, and Interstellar. That was the last one. Good night, everybody. Oh, you really thought I would let you go without a post-credit scene? I'm editing the video and I realized I forgot to talk about the 2 shows. Our first one is Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's the new Spider-Man show on Disney+. I made a whole video talking about it and why it's great, but don't watch that video until you've seen the show because it kind of has spoilers. Our second one is Severance. Now, as of me making the video, the season 2 hasn't wrapped up yet. I haven't even gotten, on track of season 2. I'm on, 4 or 5 or something out of, 7. But, obviously, I'm liking the series so far. I would highly recommend it. Is this a tease for a 10 TV shows you should watch right now? Probably not. Unless I make that video in the future. In which case, yes, this was a tease all along because I'm a genius. Also, if I end up making more movie suggestions videos, yeah, this is actually a tease for that too. And if I don't, this was just a joke. Alright, that's it for real this time.